I'm Hatish Mayer. I run a workshop by the name of Mayer Cars and Restorations. That's my company. And I've been doing it since the year 2000. In fact, I've been doing it earlier on a part-time basis. But the year 2000, I was working in the corporate side. I left the corporate industry and decided to pursue my dreams of having my own shop and doing restoration in Malaysia. I've been overseas, I've worked overseas, I've seen how they do work. So whatever I'm doing now basically reflects my experience in Australia. Oh, the number of cars is hard for me to say because I've done original restoration as well during my early times, especially at BMWs and Mercedes when I first started off with these cars. Very much the owners like to be original, right? They want it to be restored, but just to make it look new, that's all. As far as customizing is concerned, I do about 3 cars a year. 2 cars to 3. I prefer doing 2. I don't want to do more, right? Because you need a lot of time. Each restoration and customizing takes about 2 years. The design work takes a long time. A lot of people here, when you go to the supplier to get the thing designed, they can't understand what my requirements are because Malaysia is not exposed to that kind of industry. Definition of restoration basically is you have to go to the basics of the car. Meaning you got to strip the whole car. Start from scratch. How the factory engineers design the car, assemble the car. They build the parts, they assemble the car. This is called restoration, going back to the basics, the history of the car. In the last 2 years, the exchange rate was getting worse. It just went up to 180,000 to about 200,000, only because of the exchange rate and the taxation system for imported spare parts. That also. Now, the taxation system, you are adding GST. Exchange rate is 4.4. When you pay by credit card, it's more, 4.5 something. I'm looking at about 250 for a custom job plus the full restoration of the car. Yeah. You're talking about currently or currently? Currently, I think the classic car market is ballooning. It is. I've seen a lot of improvements taking place, especially with the shows that I get involved in. I don't get myself involved in many shows, but certain selected shows in Malaysia. I think in the years to come, I wouldn't look at it as in the next 10 years. Let's just say 3 to 5 years. There's going to be even more classic cars being customized. And judging from the Art of Speed show, which is meant for the custom cars, there's just not enough space, even with that huge building. Not enough space. There's too many out there still wanting to come in. And also because of the new generation. The new generation is taking this to the next step. Because they see movies, they see TV, they get information from their friends, they travel overseas. So that helps a lot. This is called the electronic gear shift selector. It's all push button like a normal gear, apart from it having an actuator that will shift the gear for you. So you only have to press the correct button. And the S mode is actually the safety mode to release the gears, for you to actually shift the gears. And how you do that would be when you switch on. When you switch on, you got to press the brakes. Press the S mode, then press the gear, drive. Can you hear the sound? And reverse, there's a reverse sensor, everything is there. That's how you drive the car. And of course it's digital dash that gives you all the information that you require. Like a new car, trip meter A, trip meter B, gives you the 0-60 performance. It gives you time for interval to change engine oil. It's all there, right? This is billet switches, where it's like a modern car. One touch, just one touch, the glass goes up, you know, and one touch, the glass goes down. So you don't have to keep pressing. And of course, this is the central locking, and this is the aerial. And it's got an Alpine head unit with German speakers and American sub at the back. If you notice the back, if you can see the back, I'll switch on the light. You can see the speakers actually lighting up. And of course you have this marvelous sound system. That's the American sub. I built, I've actually installed the engine start button, but there are two ways of doing it. If anything happens to the engine start button for some reason, you can still use the key as a safety margin for safety purpose. Just in case you are stuck somewhere, you know, you need to start the car, you can still do it.